My name is Reverend Ronald Southall, and I'm the pastor at First Street Peck Wesley United Methodist Church and Mount Zion United Methodist Church in the city of New Orleans. Well, my faith journey has been a long, arduous process. It was about 15 years before I actually answered the call, because God had been calling me, but the issue was that I was trying to determine whether God was calling or it was something of my own desire. But I had gone to several different churches, and the message was always listen to the call that God has in your life. And I was at finally about to give in, and what happened, I was at a revival, and that was the message. And then I was in amazement thinking, wow, what is going on? And so I was still struggling with the call, and I say, Lord, if this is your desire, just let me know. Give me a sign. Then I thought about the signs that God gives, and I say, whoa, hold on, Lord. Please, just let me know that it is your call and not me, my human desire. And I was at work one day, and what happened was I was walking down the street, and a gentleman came up to me, and he shook my hand, and he grabbed my hand, and then he grabbed my wrist, and he made me look into his eyes. And once I looked into his eyes, he said, listen to the call that God has in your life. I stood there in amazement. And then he walked off, and I turned around and I looked for him, and he wasn't there. And then I walked back to the corner to see where did he go, and he was not there. And I stood there in amazement thinking, wow, I asked God to give me a sign, and he gave me just what I was asking for, to let me know that it was not my desire, but it's his desire and his call in my life. I would like to just thank so many. First of all, Reverend Walter J. Pennington, who was my pastor that helped me answer the call. Then Reverend Sean Anglem, who was my pastor as I entered the process. I want to thank Reverend James Haynes, who was my clergy mentor for the first 2 years. I want to thank Simon Chigamira, who was my clergy mentor for this past year to help me get through the ordination questions, which was a task in itself. I want to thank Reverend Connolly, Reverend Cushenberry, Reverend Martha Orphe, Reverend Frederick Sweetwine, Reverend Roberson, all my friends and family, my colleagues that we have gone through different processes together, sharing with one another. If I missed anyone, I want to say, I want to apologize. And you know where you were in my process, and I thank you as well. It has truly been a blessing.